Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And I'm Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
It's DJ Damas. Let's get this show started.
So if you're listening to us, hopefully you're listening to us in our new home, within your home at iHeart. But you can also stream us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and watch The Recklessness on YouTube. Mm-hmm. All right, so, where am I? I'm terrified. I've been on planes, and I'm terrified of blood clots. That's all I keep thinking about on a plane now. First, I used to think about planes falling out the sky. Now
I know
think of
what
blood
I'm
clots.
getting you for your birthday now.
Don't tell me compression socks.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody's been trying to put me in compression socks.
Lady gifted.
No, I'm telling you.
Compression socks.
It's true.
Everybody's been coming up to me saying, you need compression socks. I'm like, is that an
God.
old age thing?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes,
No, it's a real thing.
You better never give him some damn compression socks.
Listen, I'm either going to get you that or a fucking foot hammock.
Just give me a compression socks. The fuck is that? A foot hammock?
What is that?
Okay, you can know. This is how I spent my weekend on Amazon. Just
Wait,
deep diving.
before we get into it, for all of you new listeners, okay? What we get into our recapping our week. So let's get into our weekend recap. Melissa, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing? I've been on YouTube.
Why?
That's what I do.
Because I've just been, trying to analyze, just, I don't know.
You don't know?
My diet.
That's what you've been looking at? Workout stuff?
Yeah. I found a new fitness guru. He's not new, but
Well, I saw you at the sand dunes, whatever the fuck that was.
Oh my God.
Is that really hard? I got tired watching you in the sand.
Oh my God, it's so hard, especially in the summertime because...
What are you doing in the sand dunes?
Okay, so the sand dunes are in El Segundo, Manhattan Beach, for those of you that don't live in LA.
Fancy.
And, football players go there, basketball players, athletes, military guys. Like, it is one of the hardest workouts you'll ever do. It is this massive hill made of sand. In the winter months here in LA, the sand packs a little bit more. So there's like little foot ledges. It's still hard. In the summertime, the sand is blazing hot and it's just loose and it's so hard.
Blazing hot and loose. That sounds like a bottom with gonorrhea.
It's just as fun. That's fucking nasty, dude.
I was telling
just got a visual.
Somebody asked me the other day if crabs are still a thing. I said, man, I haven't had an STD in so long. I don't even know what the fuck STDs feel like anymore. Don't want any either.
I never want to know.
Not one that's hot and loose.
Well, I remember a friend of mine had crabs, and I went to his house. I didn't know why the whole family had this cream on. I'm like, did somebody find a new lotion? What the fuck's happening? They were spraying all the furniture. That nigga let me I spent the whole night there not knowing the whole family had caught crabs.
Oh, that's nasty.
Well, I didn't catch crabs, but could you imagine me go home at 15? Hey, Mom, I got crabs. Like, where? How? Who?
That's really disgusting.
If I catch crabs, I want to catch it on my own accord.
Okay.
Speaking of accords, Melissa, continue.
Fuck you, you fucking asshole. Anyways, so I was on Amazon, which is why I want to get you compression socks because I'm going to get sand socks, which prevent your feet from...
They make sand socks?
Yeah, well, think about beach...
Because she was talking about how her feet were burning.
Think about beach volleyball players. Yeah, the sand is hot, so they got to wear sand socks that protect their feet from, the heat.
And then after that, they kick back with the foot hammock?
No, the foot hammock you use on...
What is a foot hammock?
You use it on airplanes. Let's just say you're in economy and you're not in first class where they have foot rests. You can literally hang the foot hammock on the back of the chair in front of you.
Continue with what you were doing this weekend.
Okay, so anyways...
If I see anybody on a flight that I'm on with a goddamn foot hammock, I'm slapping you. I'm buying one. Really?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy one.
So you can act like you're in first class.
Well, no, because if I'm like on a if I'm on a long ass flight, like I'm planning on going to New Zealand before the end of the year, and that's gonna be a long fucking flight. If I don't make it to first class, I'm gonna need a foot hammock. I'm gonna need these noise canceling motherfuckers on my ears right now. I'm gonna need a lot of stuff.
I sat in 6D on a JetBlue flight yesterday from New York next to these people, and the flight attendant comes over. She goes, "Hi, I have a question. I need to talk to you guys." Basically they do the whole, in the case of emergency, will you help?
Yeah.
Everybody says yes, but what the fuck are we really gonna do?
You open that door.
Open the door.
How?
Well,
who reads the instructions?
No, it's a big ass sign. It says turn here and push. You never read the door?
There was a joke in there somewhere.
Here's the reality of the situation. I can't really think of a single solitary time those instructions have ever come in handy, because most of the time when the plane's going down and it's in the air, No one survives. The only time was when that U.S. Airways flight crashed into the Hudson, and everybody survived. So that came in handy on that day.
Well, it glided into the Hudson. It's not.
I don't think those people would say it glided.
It's not a missile over the Rocky Grand Canyon. Okay, there's a little difference.
Yeah,
opening that door ain't gonna help you. I still don't understand why these planes don't come with a backpack parachute. You know?
Because you don't know how to operate a parachute. You kill yourself in the air.
I bet you I can pull that string and jump out of a plane before I can open the door and help the motherfuckers down a rubber tube.
Maybe that's what I'll get you for your birthday. I'll get you a parachute.
A parachute. Wow.
I'll get you
really?
a fucking parachute.
Well, I don't think I'm going to make it to the exit in time to jump out.
Well, I don't know.
If you're gonna die in a plane crash, side note, plane people, please take out all the movies that have plane and helicopter crashes while we're on planes. I don't think No, because I'm already thinking, okay, we're going to go down at any minute. And then, boom, here comes the plane crash in the movie. All right.
I haven't really drawn that correlation. Wait, hold on.
More.
Yeah, so YouTube. So I was like doing this deep dive into trying to figure out just how to be even healthier, you know? So I just started researching apple cider vinegar and how to make drinks and how to mineralize your water.
Like
and
you're going to be drinking that.
Oh, yeah, I drink
apple cider vinegar.
Morning and night.
You do a shot?
No.
Okay. Well, can you please pass on your regimens? Because I'm going to get to fat and skinny shit in just a second. Damage.
I will share it with you.
What have you been doing this weekend or this week?
This weekend, we finished up the show for BET that I was working on called Armchair A&R. So I'm taking an artist, fresh, won a competition during the BET Awards, and we're making a single. So we wrapped that up. And that was pretty much my whole weekend, was shooting every day.
I was stalking your story.
You seen a little bit of it. I post a little bit sometimes.
Congratulations. How did that come about? Did you just grind that out or they came to you or what?
Grinding it out, meeting the right people. I used to work with BET first before Revolt for a hot second on 106 and Park. So it is all
go through that list of layoffs. I mean, listen, we've all had them. We've all had them. Shout out to Connie Orlando, the senior vice president over there. She and I texted the other day because I was in bed in in Miami watching Sunday's Best. Have you seen Sunday's Best now?
No.
Connie Orlando is single-handedly, I'm going to give her all the credit, but she can thank her team later, single-handedly transformed the content at BET. You can literally, like they're shooting at Tyler Perry Studios. So they were shooting next to us when we were doing Wild 'N Out. So they have a big sound stage. Kelly Price is there. Leandria Johnson was a guest co-host. She had won Sunday's Best a few seasons ago. And then Erica Campbell and Kirk Franklin is the host. It looks great. They got budget, or they're saving money shooting in Atlanta. But anyway, Connie Orlando, shout out to her. She's doing phenomenal things. She congratulated us on the iHeart partnership.
I like Connie. She's so nice.
I met Connie sipping Hennessy at Floyd's Strip Club. That tells you the type of, she's a cool chick.
Yeah, she's very cool.
All right, so my travels. I've been in Miami and New York. I flew to Miami to do the radio show out there with Papa Keith. Shout out to him at iHeart. And then flew to New York and did the Breakfast Club, which aired today.
Saw that.
What'd you guys think of the Breakfast Club interview?
I mean, it's great energy because, they're friends. And it was great. It was great. People were talking about your hair, though.
Okay, so hold on, because I still have Breakfast Club hair.
Yeah, you do.
I have to be clear about everything. I have barbers in different cities. This new barber that I'm trying is Trav, who does our hair at Wild 'N Out.
Okay.
Trav and Lido. Those are our two barbers at Wild 'N Out. You know Lido.
Yeah.
Great barbers. They're amazing. I tell them when I'm on the show, I want my shit to look slick. I want to look like the Black Fonz. I want my shit to not move. Trav found some gel where this shit don't move. Even I'm looking at it like it's a hair unit. The funniest thing is it's created so much conversation that I want them to start making memes about my hair.
Right.
Yeah, but this hair didn't move. And it's funny because when Charlamagne was asking me questions, I kept looking at him look up at my hair. And I wanted to say, like, nigga, are you looking at something?
He wanted the secret.
Shout out to the Breakfast Club, man. That is the most fun show to go on. Out of all the shows that are out there, it's fun. And I kept saying it's important to the culture the first time I went, because the more you keep saying things, the more people pick up on it. But, Charlamagne was the person who walked out of that room before I could leave and said, let me make a call to iHeart. He made the call. And boom, here we are. And the thing I'll say is that for Black media, like, we all have to stop being uptight with our brands and our audience and our stuff. Me, the owner of the Shade Room, and the owner of Baller Alert are all now talking about how we can partner over core things to control the narrative in Black media. I think that could be a great thing if it
Look
happens.
at y'all rising above.
Listen, I had lunch.
that.
I had lunch in Miami with Robin from Ball Alert.
Okay.
B. Scott from lovebscott.com. And I mean, it's all starting to shift because I think we're all going, damn, white people doing it. Why we ain't doing it?
Exactly.
So that's a good thing. So
I need to know where the gel.
to Amazon. I'm gonna have to send it to you. You're gonna have to
You're
order it
gonna
on
have to
Amazon.
send me a link because I need it.
Yeah, but like unless you're gonna go and look like Dionne Warwick and take your hair off and do that type of
edges.
shit.
No, edges.
I'm so sick of y'all with this edge control. I'm telling you, one more person pull out a fucking hair unit with the baby hairs, I'm gonna go off.
Well, with the,
I'm not talking about
toothbrush.
that. I'm just talking about like my edges. Like if I'm like, I got my braids or whatever.
Them edges
It's
ain't
just,
gonna move.
I'm gonna just get rid of the mystery. It's really his hair. It's not a unit. I swear to God, but it's really.
No, okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a
fascinating.
tutorial one day on how I get my hair cut.
You should.
So the reason why my line looks so perfect is they use what's called topics to line the hair with this
Which is the hair fibers.
hair fibers. So they
fibers they
line
spread.
the hair with that. Then they put a hold over it. So usually I use this pink hold. I don't know what it's called. It's like a $2.99 at Sally's or whatever, and it literally will hold your shit. This is not what's on here now. This is some other. This is some like if you're fucking like if your testicles that got disconnected, you need to make sure those motherfuckers were stuck on there. You can use this shit and your testicles will stay there. I don't know why.
You
that's
could
what I came
jump
up
out of
with,
a plane and your hair wouldn't fucking move.
but-
That's
Listen,
what he's going to use with the parachute.
Listen,
Yeah.
I could go swimming right now and come out with my hair intact. So, yeah. So anyway, then once the hair fibers are on, or the fibers are on, and then the spray is on, then they line it up, and then they use a razor to edge it up. So yeah, that's why it looks perfect. But
Is there any
that's just what I'm-
do-ragging involved at all?
Oh yeah. So once you put the gel on,
Talk
the
about
hair
the
doesn't
do-rag.
the hair doesn't just lay down. You got to put a do-rag on. So I actually went to lunch in Times. I landed from Miami. Barbara was at the hotel. Went and got a haircut. Put the do-rag on. Went to lunch in Times Square. So if you saw me walking around Times Square with a purple do-rag, I'm not smoking.
No, you
it.
fit right
it's
in.
New, I was gonna say it's New York. You fit
Nobody
right
looked
in.
at me crazy, I guess.
because it's a thing.
That's the
And,
do-rag
yeah, it's
capital.
very much a New York thing.
Then I went to my meeting. Well, another really big announcement coming soon, and I can't wait.
Did you make it on the Breakfast Club? Did you hint towards it?
Well, Charlemagne brought up conversations about talk shows and all that because he heard some stuff, but whatever. That stuff is real. But outside that, there's another big move coming. All I'm gonna say is you cannot hate on success. If you do, you're just a hater. Like, you're just a hater. I'm out here making moves, and when this one comes out, I'm definitely gonna be like, fuck out of here if you got a problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You posted a little thing today from a hater that called you the godfather of the gay mafia.
I have to read this.
Was that hate though?
No, that was, to me, that was love.
That was him trying to figure it out. I feel like he tried to find a play.
He said he was part of the Illuminati. I was like, I
He
thought we
said
cleared
if.
that up.
Wait, I'm gonna read
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, read it,
I have
read
to
it,
read
read
this because this
Okay.
shit was funny. This is from John That's Hot Reedberg. He's on my Facebook. He said, "The godfather of the gay mafia strikes again." That's me. Fool You was on the Breakfast Club 2 months ago. Godly on Love and Hip Hop, fucking up A1's marriage with video receipts and shit. Wendy not too long ago, Wildin' Out. Then iHeartRadio thing going. That's basically that's how you know that this fool is on his mob ties shit. What's next? I swear next year if there's an Hollywood Unlocked movie or national TV show, it means this Negro's join the Illuminati. Listen.
That
I
was love.
No, I guess
thought
if you
so.
listen to it with a different set of ears, then it could be, seen as appreciation.
There is
was
no
just a different language.
other route to success than hard work and dedication.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the days you want to quit, those are the this is all me what I need to hear about the gym, by the way.
Mm.
Side note, somebody fat shamed me today. I'm really conflicted
Wait,
on what
somebody
to
that
do.
was fat shamed.
Okay, well, listen, I'm not going to say any names because this fat motherfucker would love for me to say their name, but I'd rather be slapping the shit out of the fat motherfucker. But I'm not going to because we're a nationally syndicated show now, and why would we do that?
And I don't think fat on fat crime is cool.
Well, look, I feel like, the person needs attention because, maybe, look, if I had alopecia and we talked about my hair, I'd fucking have a problem too.
Who the
Clues.
fuck
I ain't
are
gonna
we-
say the name. I ain't gonna say the name because I did send a message to that person and said privately, like, listen, I'm doing the Lord's work. You guys know I'm doing the Lord's work. If you watch Love and Hip Hop, I talked about doing the Lord's work. So
One more hint.
no, I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that I don't like when people do internet beefing for clout because you want somebody to attack you so your followers can go up in the blogs and stuff. But I'm not going to be baited
I
into
will
that.
not participate.
Well, I can tell you, it's not going to happen for me because I know that right now God has his hand on the Hollywood Unlocked brand and on me, and I'm going to continue to walk in my journey. So anyway.
It's time for another Hollywood hookup. Yeah, you know what commercial is like one of my favorites right now?
What?
Martha Stewart.
Ah.
Yeah, when she's doing the Postmates commercial, because I totally agree with her. Like, why bother just slaving over the kitchen? Postmate it.
Was she ordering food from prison?
No, she's out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She's
she's been out. So, if you're like me, sometimes weird cravings hit at weird times of the night or day. You know what? Postmate it, okay?
Okay.
Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever kind of delivery service.
Clutch.
All year round. Anything you're craving, Postmates can deliver. I can attest to that. They are the largest on-demand network in the U.S. and offer delivery from all the restaurants, grocery, and convenience stores and traditional retailers you could possibly want or need.
That's big.
Magnums included.
Side note, I was about to say, if you're in
I-
Hollywood and you
yes.
need to get some Magnums at like 2 a.m, Pink Dot will deliver Postmates.
Exactly.
Postmates will deliver Pink Dot.
Exactly. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, Postmates will bring you what you need within the hour, and that is true. No more trips to the store. You don't even have to know where the store is. Postmates will deliver anything to you. Download the app for iOS or Android for free. Browse local restaurants and businesses and track your delivery real time.
Did you know that you can also Postmates liquor?
Yeah.
You can Postmate anything.
I'm a wino. I Postmates wine when I am too lazy and ashamed to go to the store by myself and take the bottle home by myself.
So if you're hanging out with like somebody that has bad breath, hit up Walgreens or CVS.
Yeah.
Have them send you some breath mints.
Exactly. Whatever
Just
you
hand 'em
want.
right over.
Wine, breath mints,
Postmate and breath
condoms,
mints is
food, burritos.
If you're at a hotel, you can put in the address of the hotel in your room and they will come to your door.
Postmates
Man, I love
delivers.
it.
For a limited time, Postmates is giving you guys, our listeners, $100 off of free delivery credit.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to download it myself.
$100 of free delivery credit. That's major for your first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and use the code UNLOCKED.
Do it.
That's code UNLOCKED for $100 of free delivery
damn.
credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you want it, Postmate it. Download Postmates and save with code UNLOCKED. And that's your Hollywood hookup, folks.
Damn. So, Melissa, what's happening in the world?
So, unfortunately, we have to give our condolences to the 22 people that lost their lives over the weekend. There was 2 mass shootings inside of 24 hours, which is
Can you just say that one more? I don't think people really understand the gravity of what you just said.
Two.
So let's
Yeah.
say that one more time.
Yeah, there was 2 mass shootings in 2 different cities in 2 different states over the course of 24 hours. One was in El Paso, Texas, at a Walmart, and the other one was in my very good friend Takara's hometown of Dayton, Ohio. I hit her.
According to Trump, it was in Toledo.
He's a fucking.
He
You know
got
what?
mixed up?
Let me not
He
even
got
stop.
mixed up where he did a press conference hours later and
Right.
got it mixed up where the shootings happened.
Well, everybody in Dayton, Ohio is like, please don't come here. Just please don't come here to Trump. So there's 2 mass shootings in 2 different states, 2 different crazy ass white boys, just, taking everybody out. And inside of 24 hours, I mean, what has to happen in order for people to understand that there's a problem? I put up a post, it was 2 middle fingers that said thoughts and prayers, because thoughts and prayers ain't doing shit for people. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is that, the Second Amendment was not written.
The right to bear arms.
Yeah, the right to bear arms. It was not written for all these fucking nut jobs, racist nut jobs. And stop using mental illness as an excuse as to why people are doing this. Okay, unless we're gonna start classifying racism as a mental illness. No, that needs to be taken the fuck off the table.
Well, I posted on my Facebook that I don't feel safe in America anymore, and people were just like, there were positions all over.
Well,
the
go
place
back to
on
your
that.
country. It's
Well,
like,
let me
you're from
just say
Stockton.
that America is a place where growing up as a kid, I always felt safe. Before I got shot, of course, I didn't, think of me being a victim of gun violence, and I hadn't been exposed to it, being that I was in group homes and stuff like that. But, coming into the world and thinking about like where I was as a kid and where I am now, even though I was exposed to some violence, I never thought that random acts of violence could just happen this much. You know what I mean? Like once in a while here or there, you knew the bad side of town. Yeah. Now where I'm from, every side of town is a bad side of town. And you can go to Walmart, church, or school and get murdered, apparently in this country.
Yeah.
I'm so confused at what conversations have to happen in order for people, and I'm not saying people, the legislators, because those aren't the only people that control things. People as in us, get to a place where we are no longer complacent with the fact that young kids are getting killed. I'm going to go back even before those two mass shootings. There was a one right before that in Gilroy where a 6-year-old was murdered because some fuckhead bought a gun in Vegas and drove it back to California. Gilroy's right outside of my hometown. At a garlic festival. And he just shot all these people there. I think it was a 15-year-old girl and a 6-year-old boy. My question to both of you is, what do you think it's going to take for us in this country to actually say, that's it, we're going to actually take action and make people who make decisions for us with our laws be accountable to creating better, safer laws?
Bruh, I don't know, man. I feel like at this point, I don't know why it's still a thing, but clearly it's something bigger and more political where they're not trying to stop the sale of guns. And not just any kind of guns. We're talking about assault rifles, machine guns that you see in war. So it's not like you're talking about a handgun here that you might see, somebody might carry concealed if you have the right permit. But we're talking about machine guns that people are picking up and taking out mass amount of people at a time. So I have honestly no idea what it would take.
And I don't think you were here. Maybe you were here, but we walked out. Were you here outside when the guy pulled a knife on us?
No.
We walked out of here our last show. I think it was our last show. And I walked right outside the door, and this guy's walking down the street, and literally he goes like this, and he has this Rambo-sized knife, and he's looking at us, all crazy. So I kind of like pushed my friend back inside, and I'm thinking like, it's come to a point now where we all have to have a gun on us to protect ourselves at any moment. I had been robbed and somebody tried to stab me years ago. I've told the story on the show, right over there on Gower Street in front of Roscoe's, leaving a friend's house. Where are we safe at this point? I just feel like now in our country, we are living in fear that at any moment a fuckhead can just start shooting and killing innocent people. Walmart.
That's why I can't live downtown.
Yeah.
Did you see the photos pop up on Twitter? I got a link in my chat room with my social team where they posted a link to a Twitter that had photos of actual dead bodies laying there. And what we've been doing is I've been telling my team, let's continue to tell the stories of both the heroes and the victims and less about the fuckheads who did the shooting, because there was a story we put up yesterday where a woman shielded her baby from getting killed. She got shot in the head. I believe. Let me see if I'm telling the story right. She got shot in the head, and she FaceTimed her baby's daddy or her man, and basically said like, I got shot in the head, and then she died. I don't know. This is crazy.
I mean, listen, I thought that it was going to happen after Sandy Hook, which was where 26
kindergartners.
26 people, including was something like 23 of them being under the age of 10 years old, elementary school kids were murdered. And I thought that was going to be, the defining moment. And if that wasn't the defining moment, then that is what has come to define this country. As far as I'm concerned.
There's a lot of money going behind gun legislation. The NRA is running money.
No, that's why nothing's really going to change as long as the NRA has the amount of money and the powerful lobbyists who have their hands in politicians' pockets.
Well, these flyover states where these hillbillies just want to keep their guns. Look, I'm all for I lived in Wyoming and we went deer hunting. I'm all for hunting. But you ain't got to kill a deer with an AK-47, and you don't need an AR-15.
And I was watching a show that's out today. It's called The Boys, and they were saying that's one of the biggest things that we produce in America is war weapons. Like we produce guns and armor for war. And I never looked at it like that because they don't really teach you that. Yeah. But that's one of the biggest things that bring us revenue in this country.
Well, I think also what was a big revenue creator in this country and around the world is fear.
Yeah.
I think you create fear in our country by seeding, you put liquor stores in all the black communities. You put guns
Church
are everywhere.
Right across the street.
in this country, fear, and in the world, if you think about it, it's fear of war, and then going to war over oil, war over whatever.
Fear of others, that whole, the whole immigration ban, and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Kim Kardashian and none of these celebrities have stepped up to tweet Trump about doing something about this that I've seen in terms of like the mass number of people that were trying to get ASAP Rocky out. One more thing.
Yeah.
I also feel like there's no way that a kid can be in a cage in our country or a kid can get killed at a garlic festival. I just would want to believe that there's just no way people would be okay with that.
I mean, we're not supposed to be, but the reality of the situation is it's taken all of this to happen to even get near the conversation of acknowledging this as a form of domestic terrorism, because that's exactly what the fuck it is.
Well, because it's white people doing it.
Yeah. So
now, I'm not hating white people. I love white people. But I'm saying that people,
I get it.
It's one thing when black people kill black people and they go, oh, that's just their fucked up community.
Yeah.
You got white people now killing more white people with machine guns, and it's still not like a conversation that people are having seriously.
And it's several things I want to say. Number one, if I see one more fucking comment that goes, well, black people are in the hoods killing each other, it's as an excuse or a reasoning for why this happened, or like a white boy.
It's the same thing of them
Exactly.
saying. It's the same thing of them saying it's white people having mental health illnesses. Okay, maybe that is the case. I have mental health illnesses. I'm sure we all have some level of a mental health illness. That doesn't mean we want to go get an AK-47 and chop down the 60-year-old standing at the door of Walmart.
No, that does everybody who suffers from a mental health issue a disservice, because violence is not linked to mental illness. It just isn't. There's just not enough of a correlation to say that one, begets the other. What this is a bunch of white boys who are they're called incels. Okay, I had to come up with the name. Okay, find it on the internet. Involuntary celibates. These are just guys who are really, really upset with life, and specifically women. So they have a lot of fucking hatred, and they form these ideologies in these rancid chat rooms, and it just gets them going to the point where they go and purchase these weapons illegally, and then they just go out to a Walmart.
Well, not just illegally, because
them.
that guy in Vegas, that killed the people up there, Gilroy, he went and bought it legally.
No, legally. That's what I meant to say.
Legally.
Yeah,
Okay,
no. They go out and they buy these weapons legally, and they don't value their own lives, so they have no sense of value of anybody else's lives. I mean, what are you supposed to do when it's an ideology that is running as rampant as a fucking virus? Well,
I think also, if you think about it, when Junior got killed in the Bronx, he was being chopped up by the Dominican boys. That was so brutal that because we saw it, it was like a thing that for me, it was so like it lit me on fire with
visceral.
We don't see the little kid getting shot in the chest or wherever and killed at a garlic festival. Like you went somewhere with your child. Okay, for those of you listening, let's do this. Let's close your eyes really quick and let me paint this picture. You get up, you get your kid ready for school. You get for the day. You get your kid oatmeal. He puts on his favorite shirt. He has his little backpack and toys. You go off to the garlic festival. He gets shot in the chest and killed, and then you have to go home without your child. How does that picture not make you stop for a minute and say, I'm in America and we're not better than this? And now, even if we do believe that Trump and Russia are going to fuck everything up in 2020, we not get on fire with our city council member, our mayor, our local legislator, our state legislator, and our national leaders. I'm not saying we rely heavily on our government, but I say, like, if you take the AR-15s and the machine guns out of these fuckboys' hands, now you got to come and kill us all with a knife. I'm sure you're not going to kill 26 people or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I guess where I'm puzzled is you either have to live in a place where you're isolated from people in general, because if you go to work, you could die. If you go to school, you could die. If you go to church, you could die. You could literally get killed anywhere, movie theater, and then there be an excuse. And for those of you thinking that Donald Trump is not a racist motherfucker, I'm gonna just tell you right now. At first I thought, well, it can't be racism because it's happening to white people, and he's still making an excuse out of it. But here's the deal. I think it's a big money thing.
Yeah, I think it's classism.
Classism.
For sure.
Now you go up and shoot up fucking
Beverly Hills or
Beverly
something.
or the Trump Tower.
Yeah.
That would be a different story.
Problem.
That would be a different story. That would be a different story. But the one in Texas, the Walmart, that was racially driven. That guy, his manifesto was printed, and he spoke endlessly about his, disdain and hatred for Latin immigrants. And so that was why he specifically, apparently, he drove like 9 hours to this Texas, El Paso, Texas. That has a huge community of Latin Americans. That was his point, So Donald Trump, he went, he did a press conference. He says, in one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. Blink, blink, blank,
Shout out to
fucking
David
stare.
Duke.
Exactly.
His biggest supporter from the KKK.
Exactly. These sinister ideologies must be defeated. Hate has no place in America. I'm sorry. Have you ever been to one of your own fucking rallies? Hatred warps the mind, ravages the heart, and devours the soul. Okay, who wrote that? Who wrote that, motherfucker? Who's
the same person that wrote Toledo? I mean, this is
who's writing that?
I will say, I've never been embarrassed to be an American. I would say this last 3 years is the most embarrassing thing ever. We have the most.
You feel it when you go out of the country.
When you go out of the country, they looking at you like, we may not have no good running water, but y'all got Trump.
So hold on, let me ask Damage, let me ask you this. You were just in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of obviously an American-ish.
Yeah, they picked up on it.
Okay, so what questions did you get? Because I've been traveled around the world, Australia. They were like,
we've talked about it here on the show. People they look at us like we're fucking stupid.
They were like, so did you vote for Trump? I was like, I'm Canadian.
But can we go back? It's not even.
What a good way to get out of that.
Hey.
No, people do ask, how did Trump get in there? So do people like Trump? Because they know they don't like Trump, and they see that the media don't like Trump, but they're like, clearly somebody likes Trump because he's there.
Yeah.
So they're fascinated.
Putin. Can we stop forgetting that the Russian government actually helped him get elected? Now, mind you, Hillary Clinton, she probably wasn't even she would have been better than this, but she had her own issues. I mean, we just saw Mueller come out and testify in front of Congress, and he said that there are charges there if this guy wasn't president where he can't be charged for obstruction and other things, and that there was some involvement from the Russian government. So I think there's probably a lot more in confidential notes than we know that's going on in the government. Side note, I watched Olivia Pope the other day on the plane. I know that type of shit is happening in our government where there's fixers and people doing shit.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm gonna just end this on this so we can move on to real shit. This is not real. I reached out and said I want to interview Trump. Now here's the deal.
Oh boy.
Hey, I think it would be great if I could land an interview with Donald Trump. I have my opinions about Donald Trump. I know people who work with Donald Trump.
Trump and Jason.
I want to do a one-on-one interview with Trump. I think it would be great.
Well, during CNN's State of the Union, the Democratic presidential candidate, Beto O'Rourke, he was asked, do you think that President Trump is a white nationalist? And he responded, yes, I do.
Well, he's under attack now by Trump, by the way.
Of course.
And he was seen holding hands with all the Latinos in El Paso. So basically he's saying it's a photo op.
He got really emotional and left his campaign trail to go back home to Texas because,
he's still not going to win, though.
I mean, yeah.
He's still not going to win.
I mean, it's unfortunate. You need a rock star, to fight fire with fire.
We're sending love and prayers to the families and communities in El Paso, Ohio, Gilroy, and every other fucking city where people are getting chopped down by mass murderers.
251 mass shootings this year, and I think that there's been more shootings than days in the year.
Okay, so let's move on. So what's going on with Spinderella? I love Spinderella. I love you so much.
I know, and we need her on the show because the drama between her and Salt and Pepper has reached a fever pitch.
I actually ran into Spinderella at Katana, and she's coming on the show.
Yes.
But anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's going on?
Another one of my female idols. DJ Spinderella, a.k.a. Dee Dee Roper, has asked the Dallas court to grant her a temporary restraining order against her former bandmates, Salt and Pepper.
Now, when you get a restraining order from you, if one of you motherfuckers file a restraining order from me, we ain't going to be able to do the show.
You ain't going to do nothing. You calling the police on anyone that looks at you fucking funny. So there's
you send
no
me a
need.
restraining order, I'm going to call the police.
There's no need. Roper's lawyer, Paul Stafford, said Spinderella is seeking an injunctive relief due to the immediate and irreparable harm that has been caused to her due to the acts and omissions of the defendants. Before we filed this lawsuit, we intended to resolve the matter with all the defendants, but we were unable to do so. And it's unfortunate that the defendants have chosen not to try to honor Spinderella's role in the group or their financial financial or legal commitments to her. So she was in a position where she had to force her rights and protect her brand. So that's what we're doing.
Saying that Spinderella is not a part of Salt and Pepper is like saying that Pepper has the same face as she had when she came out with Salt and Pepper. Two different things, two different points of view, and all fucked up. Spinderella has always been a significant part. That's like saying me and you are the show and the DJ is not important. The three of us are the show.
Well, you got Run DMC, you got Jam Master Jay. It's like saying he wasn't important.
May he rest in peace. And just Spinderella, let me just tell you the nicest person. And I hope that Salt and Pepper hear this.
Why'd you call her Pepper?
Pepper. I just had my Medea voice on that nigga. Hey,
Keep going.
All right, so I ran into Spinderella at Katana, and she told me that this was all coming before it all came. She told me this was all coming, that she was leaving the group. No, they had kicked her out the group.
Yeah.
How do you kick out the three of these people who've been in the group?
Resurgence of their group, like how they tour now?
Here come the viewers. You did that to Gio. Okay, fucking never. Let me back up.
Lord. Okay.
Let me back up. Hold on. I need to think about this through different lenses. I've seen.
Do you want me to keep talking while you think?
No. Let me say this. God, I can't. I swear to God, I don't even wake up to be messy. Shit just happens and then boom, here I am.
Christ almighty.
Okay, knowing Spinderella personally, I will say this. She's not a messy person. She don't get caught up in messy shit. Spinderella DJ'd my birthday party when I first moved to LA. I didn't even know celebrities like that. I mean, I knew people, but we had become friends, and then she DJ'd my party and didn't charge me. I mean, really showed me a lot of love, and I came to know her very closely. Years later, she DJ'd another one of my birthday parties that Claudia and Spectacular and Different People hosted. She's one of the nicest, non-messiest, non-being in people's business person. She's all about her hustle. She was a single mother. Congratulations to her. She's now engaged. You know, she really loved her kids. She lived in North Hollywood, very probably much below her means if she wanted to live a lot grander, because she was investing in her family and her daughter and this and that. So to hear that this dynamic has now come to this is so crazy, because there's nobody more deserving of having respect behind their name than Spinderella.
When I first heard the story from back then when they broke up and no one told her anything, like, you know, they were going on tour and everything and no one stopped to say, hey, this is about to be no more. I thought that was fucked
and up. You know, Salt is a preacher. This is why I don't go to church. Y'all be fucking up the Lord's house, the Salt and Pepper. Don from In Vogue. You guys are part of iconic groups. And I know Don's gonna be like, fuck you, Jason, you know the dynamics, whatever. Figure out how to make it work. If you can.
We need Don up here.
Hey, Spinderella.
Don, how
about that?
I try to invite Don because Cardi B loves What's It Gonna Be?
Yes. Who doesn't love that song?
So I tried to bring her to LA to surprise Cardi, and she was like, fuck LA, I'm not coming. She lives in Vegas now. She's like, I'm not coming. Tell Cardi I said hello.
Wow. Okay.
I love Don. But Spinderella,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, what's really interesting is she's asked for a restraining order, which kind of, you know, would lead somebody to believe that there's been some, you know, threats of violence or whatever the case is. But it doesn't seem that that's the case here. You know, in Salt and Pepper, they're two very different people. Salt, like you said, is... I think she's a preacher. She's definitely married. She lives a more quiet, placid lifestyle than Pep.
And behind the scenes, she's fucking trying to fuck with Spinderella.
Well, yeah.
Allegedly.
Well,
pay her.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are, you know, really heartbroken that this legendary group is broken up. I'm like, it's just sad all the way around.
Can I take a pause for a minute?
Sure.
I'm gonna go somewhere else real quick. Just 1 second. I want to thank T-Boz from TLC. I texted her the other day. T-Boz when I was on Love and Hip Hop, she called me to her show, her radio show. She had a radio show at Dash to interview me. I went and did the interview, and I left going, I want a radio show. So that's where the podcast idea came from. So I texted her the announcement the other day about the iHeart thing, and she was just really happy for us. And she said to tell everybody congratulations, and I told her to come on the show, whatever. But I just wanted to say, like, T-Boz, thank you so much.
Shout out to T-Boz.
Never gave her props for really helping me get this thing going, whatever. Okay, anyway.
Igniting.
So shout out to Spinderella. We're going to have you up here. I'll call you later on today. I'll tell everybody next week what she said. But look, can we move on to the cucumber challenge, because it's gone in a whole different direction.
Okay. Alrighty.
And before we go there, people say eat your veggies. I don't think this is what they meant.
No, it's not. This is not what they fucking meant. Okay, you all know how I feel about the cucumber challenge.
I mean, I know what you think about sticking it in your mouth, but goddamn, if you're at a party and your legs are behind your neck, why not just stick it in your vagina?
Apparently, it's been taken up a notch. Apparently so by Alexis Skyy. Is she on this season?
No.
Okay. So she's been facing backlash for the cucumber challenge that she, I don't know, 2.0 at a pool party. There's a video circulating on social media showing Alexis and her boyfriend, Trouble 9?
Trouble. He fine as hell.
Is that his name? Trouble 9.
That nigga's in the streets. He fine, but that's her man, yes. Trouble 9.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that's how you say it. They were turning all the way up, and it was not sitting well with a bunch of people because, besides Alexis gargling a cucumber.
I think showing that you have no gag reflex is the way that you keep a man, or get one at least.
Fuck out of here. Come on, you
For
can
real.
show him that behind closed doors without the rest of the world fucking knowing it.
No, I think it's okay if you suck dick like that behind the scenes. We should get a preview.
Are you really mad that Alexis Skyy did that though? Like,
what?
You see all the stuff it's not like, come on. Man.
Listen. I am not judgmental. I'm all for women going out having fun.
They just can't suck a cucumber.
Or whatever.
Can't gargle it. Gargle a little green.
The actions of one are the repercussions are faced by many. That's just unfortunately a problem. We just I'm just saying.
But why are we mad that Alexis Skyy stuck a cucumber in this girl's vagina?
Okay, I didn't get
when
a
the girl
chance.
was open to it.
I didn't.
Oh, did we even get there yet?
No, we haven't gotten
we'll
there
get there.
yet.
She stuck it in the girl's vagina.
So wait, she gargled it first and then passed it?
Now, how many times you spit on your dick before you put it in? Everybody got to get it wet.
Okay.
Could you imagine she stuck that cucumber in her vagina without spitting on it first?
Oh my God. So basically what she did was she can be seen putting a cucumber in a woman's vagina while her boyfriend roots her on.
What is he supposed to do?
Can I just say
you could take this to the fountain blue?
Can I just say that it's never my interest to talk about spitting on anything and sticking it in a vagina, but it's here on the notes. It says right here.
It's an amazing thing.
She stuck it in there. I mean, and some would look at this and say, look, at least they were thoughtful.
Fuck off.
No, I'm just saying, like, could you imagine had they just rammed it in there?
Yeah, you got to lubricate it first.
And mind you, this was at a party with a bunch of cameras filming.
So apparently, Alexis justifies this by telling everybody to relax because the chick was a porn star. So I guess that makes it okay, and that made it okay. I don't know. Listen,
why is it not okay?
It's...
Can I just say, while you think of that reaction, can I just tell you that my back hurts so bad right now that when I get up and walk around, people probably think I'm a bottom. And I'm gonna just say this: I could not. I don't know how y'all get. I be watching pornos where people are just getting the shit fucked out of them, and then they got to get up and go to work. Like, do you not think about your lower back spasms that are created by the thrusting? And all I did was get a massage and touch a very sensitive area where I have 2 herniated discs. So. But anyway, I digress.
You know what? That saying, getting your back blown out.
Me and Melissa got the same reactions.
That saying of getting your back blown out, you got to be careful what you ask for.
Damage is thinking, what the fuck am I doing here?
But you don't want to listen to me.
Bitch, I didn't get my back. What the fuck? I didn't get my back blown out. Don't fucking go there with me.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the phrase.
Because you fucking tried me the other show. I'm gonna tell you. Somebody pointed out how you fucking tried me.
What did I say?
See, the thing about it is this show moves so fast that the shade sometimes you don't catch it till you watch the playback. I said you had traffic in your vagina, which wasn't true. It was a little fucking joke.
Shade.
That shit was hilarious. And then you said, oh, so and so, like if you're like the spiritual world, when you're on a date, or in your case, whoever's there. I got niggas hitting me up like, what is she talking about? I'm like, she's delusional.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Can I just blame when you do this little crazy, like, disrespectful shit and make my niggas get all upset?
I'm sorry.
I just blame it on your accident.
Do it.
No, because when I say to her, hey, Melissa, can you stop doing this? She goes, I just got in a car accident. Like, you need to stop.
I'm sorry.
This show is pathetic.
It's just not. Okay, so anyways.
So cucumber, we're back in the aisle 7. There's cucumbers and carrots.
I just want to know, first of all, this is my first question.
Yes.
Did you wash it?
She put it in her mouth. She was gargling.
Okay.
You know how you feed a child?
Did you
do
watch it before you put it anywhere?
Well, she tapped it. She did tap on the vagina like this. They was rubbing around, and then the girl had her, and then she just put no. She jammed that thing.
Listen, it's not meant for public consumption
unless
you're going to be on Pornhub.
Skyy, and she might want to put it on Pornhub.
Speaking of Pornhub, did you know that there are dildos that you can stick against the wall?
Get the fuck out of here.
I somehow was on Pornhub.
I know what to get you for your birthday.
First of all, I wasn't somehow on Pornhub. I'm there every day. I'm a regular visitor. But no, there was a, you know how you go to the store, it says last time visited? Yeah. My shit just keeps the current date.
I'm afraid.
No, but I saw this thing where they I guess you lick or you make the back of the thing wet and you stick it on a hard surface. So it could be like a wall or a fucking window. And it just sticks there. And then these people are like self-fucking themselves. Go put it on Pornhub. It's amazing.
Okay,
it's crazy.
So hold on one second. The sex industry, this is what you've got for us? This is what you've got for us. You've made a whole fucking real
Carly
looking...
Red just got her vagina casted because she's going to start selling her vagina.
No, I'm saying when it comes...
Did you see that?
When it comes to...
Are you going to buy it?
Nah, I mean, she gifted to me.
Would you use it?
Send it in.
You would use it.
I'll try it out.
You
I'll
would
give her a review.
You would fuck a fake vagina.
I will give her a review.
But what even with Carly's face on it?
Oh, her face is on it too?
No, I'm just...
That's fucked up.
No, that's Carly, you're pretty. I love you, Carly.
Since we're talking about sex toys and reality stars, does Safari's dildo, does that have like a battery in it?
So I always text
Plug-in.
I always text Safari and I say, yo, you got a nice dick. I just ran. I mean,
he knows that.
He always tells me back, you're fucking gay. And I go, I know.
Right.
So we both know about whatever we know. So Safari's dick, Doc Johnson created his dick in a dildo.
It's a mold, yeah.
So I talked to Safari. I'm like, yo, can you see, because I was going to get one of his dicks and give it to Wendy. One of the things, whatever. It's like a joking gift. Wendy Williams. And he told me that the deal didn't go through. Then recently I saw him post that the deal did go through because his dick was hanging in the store. And then I was out at Avra in Beverly Hills.
He ain't want you to have the dick.
He can't control who gets the dick now.
Let's be clear. If I wanted the dick, I can get the dick. Shout out to Erica Mena. No, but what I will say is I was at Avra in Beverly Hills, this really prestigious, nice, fancy restaurant. And the lady next to me goes, here's my card. I'm from Doc Johnson. We sell the dicks or whatever. She wanted to work with me. I don't know why. I didn't call her because I lost the card. But if you're listening, Doc Johnson, please call me. I'll help you market your dicks. And Carly's vagina. All right.
That was a hell of a segue.
So shout out to Alexis. Alexis, eat your greens, eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
All right, you guys know what time it is, right? It's time for another Hollywood hookup.
That's right.
All right, so listen, for those of you out there who are on the cusp of being the next mogul in whatever you do, I'm sure you have shit to send. And I send stuff through stamps.com. Oh. One of our partners here at Hollywood Unlocked for a while has been stamps.com. And it's really good for, us that have the merch. I just did the whole love and hip hop thing where I said I'm out here doing the Lord's work. Yeah. Well, I'm not really doing the Lord's work. Stamps.com is. So for, we're putting together this merch now. We want to get it out to people. Stamps.com is good for those of you who have at-home businesses. If you just want to, be able to send stuff from the comfort of your own home and not have to go and worry about lines at the post office, you have to use stamps.com.
Yes, you do.
So whether you're sending out invoices to get that coin or you're sending out merch, like I said, stamps.com has you covered. You simply use your computer to print off any postage from the U.S. Postal Service, 24/7, any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it, they got you covered.
That's a lot
Super
of
convenient.
With stamps.com, you get 5 cents off of every first class stamp and up to 40% off of priority mail.
That adds up. Add
it up.
Stamps.com, it really is a no-brainer. It saves you time, saves you money, and gets what you need to where you need it to go. And they service already over 700,000 small businesses in the U.S.
Clutch.
Wow.
So right now, our listeners, you get a special offer right now. That includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment.
Don't use the scale for anything else other than weighing your postage, people.
But those of you who have issues with long-term commitment, like Antoine Fuqua, use this. All right, so just go to stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Unlocked. Yeah. That's your code. That's stamps.com. Enter Unlocked, and then you will be right on your way. Like mail, get it? Like right on your way.
That was a good one.
Anyway, that's your Hollywood hookup. Camila Cabello is out shutting down fat shamers.
Camila Cabello.
What did I say her name was?
Camilla or
Something I would have said.
something. I don't know what the
There's a
fuck you
stranger in my house.
Okay,
Who's
so
that girl?
Tamia.
Oh, that's Tamia.
That's Grant Hill
Jesus
wife.
Christ. Just leave it to me. Okay. So she's had enough with people fat shaming her. Meanwhile, I'm
Hold
like,
on. Hold on. Start over. What?
yeah, I know.
Fat people are shaming fat people, and skinny people are being
Fat
are mad
shamed.
because they're being fat shamed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Trump is still the president.
Look at the world.
We're
And
being-
Alexis Skyy is taking Eat More Greens to a whole new level.
We're being distracted.
Look at this recap.
We're
By the way,
being-
that porn star's vagina hole was pretty wide. I mean, there's no closure to that story.
That's
get
for
it?
serious intake.
You're so fucking nasty. I swear to God. I can't.
The views expressed on this show have nothing to do with Jason. He's not even here.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm not. Okay, this is really my hair.
Oh, you want to tackle it right now?
No. I thought she was gonna say don't want to attach it right now. It's attached. Somebody said on the Breakfast Club, "Oh, all that Elmer's glue in his hair, bitch. Ain't no Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue. Disrespect me and my good hairline."
Okay, can we talk about Camila Cabello?
Yes.
She sings the song Havana.
Havana.
Yes.
Havana, Cabello,
Okay, so
she say like her name and like a Cabello, Cabello.
don't you just want to do
girl,
that when
she's the girl that fucked up. She didn't fuck it up. She's the girl that left the other 4 girls homeless.
Is it?
Fifth Harmony?
Yes.
No, the black girl's killing
No.
it.
No, they're not homeless. I'm just joking. But she
Normie.
let you know
Normie.
it's for her to leave the group though. The group was doing great.
She wasn't. Was she in Fifth Harmony?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she went and had the Havana song and looked back and said, "I'm
Bye,
leaving you
bitches.
bitches in the background."
Bye, bitches. You guys can be my backup
Nah,
singers.
Normani, shout out to the other girls. They're
Normie's
doing their
killing
thing.
it.
No, I know. That's why I'm just like,
Half
didn't
the
they
shit
just kind of fall
Half
apart?
the shit I say on this show is for entertainment. Those girls are all doing great.
Okay. Well,
Well,
she
not the one Latina girl. I ain't heard from her.
moving right along. She recently took to her Instagram stories to respond to a few haters who have been shaming her about her body. Paparazzi recently snapped some pictures of Cabello, which some people have labeled them unflattering. Well, fuck, it happens, man. Shit. She's probably breathing. The 22-year-old is now taking a stand against body shamers and the idea that a woman's body has to look airbrushed in order to be beautiful. Yeah, y'all got shit fucked up. Instagram filters and so have got everybody very confused as to what real shit looks like.
Now that I'm a nationally syndicated radio host, you cannot take a picture of me without a filter. I have rules.
These are your rules now?
I have rules. One.
Okay, Mariah.
When you approach me, you must bow. You have to bow. Curtsy, bow. No,
Oh
I'm
my
playing.
God. Oh my God. Okay.
He is dead serious.
You guys made this monster. 'Cause
I know we did.
When you show up and you start giggling and it just, I don't know, it's something in me. The little bad boy who fucking had his Christmas gifts sold by the fake Santa Claus. That shit really happened to me.
What?
Never mind. Go ahead. My mom hired Santa Claus for years to bring me gifts, but one year she was so fucking mad at me, she hired the nigga and he came and took my gifts and she gave them the fuck away. Shit.
I don't know how that
That's
factors
low-key not
into
funny.
this story, but okay.
Because now I'm the gift that keeps on giving.
I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways.
When you speak to me, you speak to America.
Yeah, you do.
I gotta
Okay.
look up. I'm sure she's skinny, right?
She's very thin. Cabello admitted that initially she felt super insecure just imagining what these pictures must look like. My cellulite, oh no, I didn't suck in my stomach. You know, you're 22 years old. Take it from me. You're fucking awesome. Like, you're awesome. You're 22
You
years
say
old.
fucking a lot. We're going to start putting a jar
Hold
up
on
here.
a second here. Can we?
curse jar.
We're
No,
going to
whoa,
put a
whoa,
curse
whoa.
jar.
Potty
mouth.
We're incorporating the Hollywood Unlocked curse jar.
Hold the fuck up, okay? Just Gio, you listen. Leo, listen.
Pay it up.
I listened to you on Breakfast Club today, and that's radio, okay? The dial, and all I heard was fucking fuck nigga fuck nigga
Wait.
nigga. What's it you?
I will say,
know how to clean it up for radio.
I will say, I can't believe I said nigga so much on the
You
show.
did.
But that's when you know you're comfortable.
You
Yeah.
can't even say blow job and hand job on terrestrial radio.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You can
You
now.
can't?
You have to say fellatio and rub and tug, shit like that.
Oh yeah, so for those of you listening, let me give you behind
Shout out
the
to Angela Yee.
Let me give you behind the scenes. We're gonna have a meeting today at 5:00.
Yeah.
At iHeart.
To go
We're gonna
over.
learn all of this.
They're gonna give us all the new words to use in exchange for nigga and fuck.
Ninja.
You're gonna need so many words.
Yeah, I low key think you could say. Never mind.
Well, I'm gonna say suck my motherfucking ham hock.
I go on terrestrial radio and I know how to turn it off. The swearing.
Well, turn it off here because
No,
our
fuck
advertisers
that
are
shit.
down because of you and
Lies and treachery will get you
April.
nowhere.
Between you and April.
Bullshit with the 3 ads we just read today. Thanks, sponsors and advertisers. Anywho, Camila Cabello, fuck the haters. You're
That's another
gorgeous.
$1.
Okay. I'm just gonna give money. I'm just keep my check, okay? Just keep the fucking check.
Another one. God.
But you know what it is? That's your own insecurity, because anything that you don't like about yourself, when you that popular, somebody's gonna say something.
I kind of feel like these withering pop stars need something to talk about. You're skinny and you're talking about being fat shamed.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
Well, that's a point. Sometimes people just make a fucking mountain out of a molehill. Yeah, I said it again. But you know the reality.
You're gonna get fined. Like fuck it. You're just boom. Now see. Now I did it.
Yeah. No. Okay. Don't blame that. Don't blame it
guys
on
are
me.
Don't blame what on
this
you.
Don't blame-
Wait,
don't-
can I
don't-
just go somewhere really quick?
Go.
This pastor says that he was sucking demons out
I
of
knew
men. He
you wanted to
sexually
talk about that. I
so,
knew
so
you
there's
did.
this pastor, right? He says that he's a Presbyterian minister in New Jersey. Got to visit this church.
I think he's done.
He's accused of sexually assaulting several men by sucking the evil spirits out of them. 3 men claim that Reverend Dr. William Weaver performed oral sex on them when they asked him for spiritual help and guidance at the Linden Presbyterian Church. So your pastor, you go to your pastor for, okay, so damage. You go to your pastor for help. Hey, damage, how you doing? Great. How's your son? Great. Just dropped him off. Okay, you got the evil spirits. Let me suck it out of you. Doesn't something like kick in and say this is not logical?
Yeah, as a grown ass man, how do you go in there?
No, but wait.
They went through it and finished and got the evil spirits out.
No,
then was like, you know what?
No, but wait. We have to draw a visual as to exactly what he did. So the pastor would tell his victims to put angel coins on their head. I don't know what an angel coin is, and balance stones on their hands while naked. So coins on the head, stones in the hands.
You're so distracted trying to balance shit that you don't realize this 69-year-old nigga done sucked your dick off.
And,
Yes, you did,
at
'cause
that
you-
point, he would perform oral sex on them. One man describes how Weaver had lifted my head and looked into my eyes and said, "You don't have to be afraid anymore."
He lifted what head?
I'm your protector
His
now.
dickhead?
I don't know.
But check this out,
Then
right?
his head on his
This
shoulders.
This show's never gonna last on iHeart.
He then allegedly kissed
But
him.
this is the issue. You're balancing shit. You got stuff on your head. And out of all of this, if you're so uncomfortable, how is your dick getting hard?
Oh,
For him to suck the spirits out.
Depending on how young you are, because I'm gonna tell you, these 25-year-olds, they don't need nothing. All the wind
Just
come
breathe
through,
on it.
boom, dick is hard.
Not that I would
So
know.
the 69-year-old pastor can just, y'all
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah, it's disgusting. It's fucking.
Those dudes is nasty too. They wanted it.
So I was at the Breakfast Club and they had me reach my hand in a bowl and pull out I love the Breakfast Club. They have a bowl of questions where you reach in and bring out a really inappropriate question. You read it and you have to answer it on
Oh,
camera.
that's so much fun.
They said, "Would you kiss somebody in the mouth after they've sucked you off to completion?" And I said, "Duh." But I don't
What
think
the
you're
fuck?
supposed to though.
Why? It's
Because,
not like
I
they
mean-
just finished eating your ass.
But I would still kiss you in the mouth. Hey, listen,
where I draw the line.
You've seen you've kissed Daisy in the mouth.
I do not kiss my dog in the mouth. I am.
Melissa, I have seen you make out with Daisy.
Don't listen. Don't. He's a fucking liar.
People believe
You're a
anything
fucking
I
liar.
say.
No, I do not.
No, but I mean, there are people I've seen white people tongue kiss their dogs, and your dog has licked an ass at least 3 hours of the day.
Yeah, she has. That's why I
Yeah.
don't tongue kiss my dog.
So you mean to tell me if a man eats your ass, he can't kiss you?
No.
I think he's earned the right to kiss you.
Wait.
I'm not really into ass eating though.
Wow.
That's too bad.
never been my thing. I'm definitely not doing it. Sorry. It's not fucking happening. I don't give a fuck.
So you wouldn't eat a man's ass?
No.
You've never ate ass.
Nope.
So if a man said,
No.
"Bitch, put your face in my ass and eat this motherfucker," what would you say?
I don't know you. I do
would
not
that
know
turn
you.
you off?
Yeah, I would be like, why?
What if he said it to you like a smooth way? Like
I
yo,
would just have
Come eat this ass.
say. That's how you'd say it. That's
eat
is that
this
how you
ass.
is that is that how you say it to girls?
That's how I would say it to you. Come eat this ass.
Oh my god.
Would you eat an ass?
I can't. No. I don't eat ass.
You've never.
I've never eaten an ass. The closest I've gotten is the gooch.
Wait, but why wouldn't you just? This
That's
is
such a
okay.
pointless part
Listen,
of my
listen. We have to move on, but I'm gonna give you some homework. I need you to go lick somebody's ass this week.
No. Okay. No, because I don't even have.
Just flow with it.
But if you licking the gooch,
shut the fuck up. No, the gooch is different.
It's an
No, it
extension
ain't.
of the.
The gooch is super
it's an extension.
different.
How is it different?
It's an extension of the ass.
No,
It is.
no.
You might as well just lick
no.
his
Once
ass.
you get to the gooch, you might as well just figure suck all the balls.
A girl
Just lick
tried to
all
lick
the
my
way down.
gooch, and I was like, "What are you
Listen,
trying to do? Why
balls,
are you there?"
Balls are a different story.
Balls, and then there's gooch and ass. It's
no,
the same
no,
thing.
no. The gooch, no.
Okay, can we stop with this anatomy lesson? I'm fucking over
The
it.
gooch is not the ass.
So would
not
you?
even
So
close.
I got on the plane yesterday from New York, and I said to my friend, I said, "How do we know who the fuck is flying this motherfucker? Because they could probably be crazy." The movie Flight. Have you ever seen Flight with Denzel?
That,
Where he
yeah.
gets drunk
Yeah.
and then fly.
He's
a great
hopped up on
pilot,
coke.
though.
Do you know we get in planes and don't even think about who's flying it? We don't even know these people.
No, you're right. We don't think about it.
Would you get in, well, like I already said, I'm not getting in a plane with you.
Yes, you will.
So the United flight was canceled.
Yeah. So United Airlines had to cancel a flight because both pilots were reportedly drunk. Come on, man.
What's wrong
Do
with
better.
that?
Do better.
What do you mean what's wrong? Landing?
You want to know what's
Taking
wrong?
off.
It's all automatic anyway. They know what they're doing. You think this is the first time
No,
pilots has been drunk?
The plane is automatic, but if you get up there and you see some shit going on where you need to turn or this or that, you still got to take control.
Slows your reflexes.
They don't get in there and go to sleep and then we wake
So
up in
none
LAX.
of y'all have ever drove a car drunk.
Yeah, and I went to jail because I wrecked it. When I hit the motherfucker, you know what I did? I giggled. First of all, I giggled because it was like a it was like a nervous giggle.
Wait, no, this is wrong.
Hold on.
We're being irresponsible
Let's start
right
over.
now. Yeah.
It was a nervous giggle
Yeah.
because what happened was when I hit him, I had fell asleep. I was only like a couple blocks from my house. The airbag and everything deployed. The windshield flew. The fucking hood flew off my brand new car. The windshield was busted. Long story short, I'm holding. I wake up and the airbag hits me in the face. I'm holding the wheel. I look across. His car is spinning uncontrollably, and basically, you know how they have like the street dividers.
Mm-hmm.
It ripped his axle and wheels out.
Oh,
So his
damn.
new car landed on the ground. So I had this nervous giggle because I was like, "This is traumatizing."
This is so fucking bad.
You know what I said to him?
Sorry.
Why you slam on your brakes? I'm not laughing because
The worst shit.
he was like, "It's a fucking stoplight." Like I was at the stoplight. I went to jail. So I say all that to say I will never drive drunk.
Okay,
I
well.
don't drive drunk.
There's people out there that have.
Mm.
You know, not saying you're supposed to. You damn sure shouldn't, but they go home okay.
Yeah, you absolutely shouldn't. But you cannot fly a plane with 200 plus innocent bodies.
It's selfish because you're not thinking about.
If
the
you
other
get in the
people.
car with me drunk, you chose to get in the car with me drunk.
This
You
is
know
true.
I was drinking. I got on the plane. I just needed to get to LAX.
That's a great point.
We died at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, and
But
this was going to be a long ass flight because it was Glasgow, Scotland to New Jersey. So that's what.
Look, I feel like a lot of them pilots be drunk though, low key.
They're
For real.
cocaine is definitely rampant
To stay awake.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, we
you know,
should there be a drug, like there should be like a drug test or something where you have to blow, pause, in order for the plane to work.
That's
Don't
a-
do that to them.
Yeah. What do you mean?
yes.
How many times do you see a plane really crash and burn? It doesn't happen because of the pilots. Like, come on, y'all.
I just
Not very often.
What happened to that one in the Indian Ocean? Have we ever found that one?
Malaysia
Airlines.
So you
airline.
named the one plane out of
Yeah.
your whole life.
Ethiopian Airlines.
2 planes.
The nigga here who was mad, the pilot who drove the plane down into the ground and killed all the people. Remember that?
No, what was that?
That was not too long ago. Just like in our country.
Long story short, not a lot
Planes
of
in this
pilots
country
are crashing
planes in this country don't go down.
They don't.
The big ones don't. The ones you fly do.
Oh, you're a hater.
All right, people, listen. There's a lot of effort that goes into producing this show. There's a lot of effort that goes into, and I just want to say to those of you that say, "Oh, you guys are messy, you cuss too much, oh, this, that, or whatever."
If they don't know that shit by now, then where have you been?
We do this for you.
Yeah.
This recklessness is for you. And that's all I have to say. There's no other inspiring thing to say out there. I'm doing the Lord's work, and God bless you for tuning in.
Really, the Lord's work? Is this the Lord's
This is
work?
the Lord's
This
work.
is the Lord's work. There are people right now that are at their shitty job or sitting next to their shitty coworker or going home to their shitty wife or husband, and they got through their day because of us.
Amen.
I will agree with that.
Thank you. So thank you
Yes.
for tuning in, and we'll be back with more recklessness next time. Is that recklessness? Bye.
Bye, everybody.